If you're in this video, it's either because you are trying to do meta ads and they are not working successfully, or you want to start doing meta ads and you want to avoid the common mistakes that unprofitable ad accounts are doing and did in the past. My name is Zakaria, and in my agency, we spend around 30 to 50K a month on ads. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 7 of the most common mistakes when doing Facebook ads. So let's go straight into it. The first one being the pixel. The pixel is one of the most common mistakes people do. A lot of advertisers think that the pixel is not that important, but it's actually one of the worst mistakes you can make in your Facebook ads ad account. I want to explain you really quick what is a pixel. A pixel is like a database where Meta recollects all of their information of your ads into. So every person that goes into your landing page or sign forms or whatever the objective is, Meta actually recollects that into the pixel. This way, Meta actually learns on the information that the pixel has. So the bigger the pixel, the more information and the better results you're going to have. Not having a pixel is a very bad mistake because of different reasons. One of them being because the pixel is actually created in order to make you have better conversions. And if you try to find this in Google, you will see that Meta actually recommends you 100% to have a pixel setup. Let's shift into the second most common mistake when it comes to Facebook ads. And this is the bad campaign structure. A lot of people, when they try to start a campaign, they think that they can choose any campaign. A lot of people, they don't even go to Facebook ads. They just open the Instagram or Facebook and they try to boost the reel. And that is one of the worst mistakes that you are doing. We have a different sections of campaigns. Usually, if you're trying to get sales, the best campaign would be the sales campaign. If you're trying to get leads, the leads campaign is the most effective one for you. And then we have different budgets, ABO or CBO. ABO is the budget on the ad set level, while the CBO is the budget on the campaign level. There are a lot of videos about people talking exactly about these two campaign structures. I recommend you to do ABO because this way you're going to simplify a lot the testing process of your creatives and of your targeting. Now we're going to move into placements. This one is a really important one if you want to decrease costs and have better results. With one of our clients, we've seen a 50% reduction of costs changing their placements. Keep in mind that Meta is a really big company, so they have different platforms and different placements. What people usually do is just they select everything: Facebook, Audience Network, Instagram, and even Threads. And here's the problem: if you're doing ads on a format of video, that means 9:16, then your ads are not going to be perfectly shown in Audience Network or Threads or some placements inside Facebook and Instagram. That's why in my agency, when we work with clients, we only do Facebook and Instagram. And when it comes to the placements, we only choose feeds, stories, and reels. There's a big study that showed that reels and stories are the cheapest placements to be advertising on. If you come this far, it's because you're really into getting your meta ads campaigns profitable. Well, I am here to tell you something. In my agency, as I said in the intro of the video, we spend around 30 to 50K a month profitability because we know what we do. And we can help you get off of all of the stress that you're dealing with Facebook while having the campaigns being completely profitable. You have a link in the description to book a call with my agency and see how we can help you. No more delays, let's continue to the next one. Now we're going to go on to the low creatives and low quality. Specifically talking about the creatives, I have to say that there's a lot of advertisers that say that Facebook ads doesn't work, but the main problem is that the ads just suck. They think that doing ads is just having 3 or 4 ideas, put them into a picture or a video, and then publishing it to Facebook. And it doesn't work quite like that. There's a video that I did on my channel that I talk exactly about how you should do the research of your ads. Thanks to the Meta platform, we have a Meta Ads library. With this platform, we can search all of the ads that are running right now of your competitors. And instead of creating ads that you think they're going to kill it, now you're going to have a lot of ideas of your competitors and what's working for them. And you can actually copy and do it for yourselves. Not actually copy, but just steal a little bit, right? When it comes to also the low creatives, I mean about the amount of creative that you're testing. Meta recommends doing between 3 and 6 ads. And in most agencies, you're going to see that they recommend you, and I recommend you to do between 5 and 6 ads in each ad set, right? There's a lot of people that do only 1 ad. 2 ads or even 3 ads. And that's one of the most common mistakes that people do when it comes to Facebook ads. People think that if you run an ad, just a single ad, and it doesn't work, it's because ads don't work. But it doesn't work like that. It is because you have to test a lot of ads in order to see what's working and what is not working. In my agency, we can test at least 300 ads every single month. And this is because we know the power of testing. Meta needs to have a lot of data before having the best results you want. Let's go on to the next one, talking about the budget. What is the budget that you need? Well, there is a lot of variations and a lot of studies and a lot of people talking about what is the budget, right? What I recommend you to do is first know what country you're in. Of course, you know that, right? If you're in the US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, one of these very expensive countries, then you have to understand that your minimum budget needs to be twice or even third the minimum budget on other European countries or on other Latin America countries, okay? But the way to choose your budget is to have the CPM average of your industry. Let's say I was going to get into Facebook ads and I had a law firm. What I would do is one of these two things, right? I will follow all of the strategy that I've mentioned before. When it comes to publishing the campaigns, I will wait for around 5 days to 2 weeks and then see what is the average CPM. CPM stands for cost per thousand impressions. If we have, let's say, a CPM of $20, what I would be doing is having a minimum budget of $30 to $40 a day. This way, we know we're going to have at least around 2,000 impressions every single day. We don't want to have less than 1,000 impressions every single day because this way we're not giving enough data to Meta to test our ads. That is the first way to do it. But the other way, and it cannot be that precisely, is just going on Google or asking ChatGPT, hey, can you tell me the average CPM of my industry? In this case, I would say, give me the average CPM of law firms. And he would tell me something like, it is $30 or $60 or $50. And then I will double or do a 1.5 on the budget. So if it was a $30 CPM, what I would do is do a 50 or $45 or $60 on daily budget. Another thing to talk is that people think that, hey, I want to invest 300 or 400 or 1,000. It doesn't quite come like that. You need to understand that Meta works way better when you choose to set a daily budget, because this way they're going to have a stable budget where they're going to spend every single day and they're going to choose the best audience to show your ads to with that exact budget. If you're selecting that fixed budget, I recommend you to deselect that. Let's say you're going to do ads for only 1 month. Okay, instead of using $1,000 for a month, I would choose and do, okay, what is 1,000 times 30? It's $33.33. So I will use that exact daily budget in order to spend throughout the next month, instead of just using the $1,000 on the month. Now let's shift and go on to the last one. When it comes to the landing page, this is specifically for those companies that have a website and that they redirect the ad to a landing page. It can be a product page, it can be just a booking calendar or a type form. Okay, you need to understand there's a few things about web design that you need to know in order to have the best conversions in Meta ads. If you're taking people out of Meta, it is not only about Meta alone, but also about the landing page. Maybe your ads are working very good, but your landing page is not converting. Then there we have the problem. So when it comes to the landing page, you need to check if your bounce rate is high, because if it is, then you have a problem. And then there is the low conversions. That is the exact pain point you're dealing with because of the bounce rate. When you see that, you have to check what are the problems that are causing me a high bounce rate. Maybe it's the speed of the website. Maybe it's because the website is not responsive for phones, it's only for desktops, or vice versa. Maybe it's because your copywriting is too bad. Or maybe it's because your prices are too high. Or maybe it's just because people are looking for something and you're giving them another thing. You have to match the ads that you're running with the landing page that you have. You cannot talk about a specific service on the ad and then say a completely different thing on the landing page. You have to give them a very clear and strong offer on the landing page so they can buy you or book a call with you, or they just become a client of you if you have a service business. That was all of the most common common mistakes for today. As I said earlier, if you need someone that has to take care of your Facebook or Meta ads campaigns and you want to run them successfully, you can book a call in the description so you can start working with my agency and take your Meta ads to the next level. Now, if you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.